are the red sand trees beam, so which they are endemic to Seshachalam forest area, so which is this part of the state, in fact, in the country and in fact world over. So this is the region where these red sand trees grow. I think you must have seen this movie Pushpa.
Yes.
So the entire movie is based on this tree.
Okay.
So in fact, this district was once popular for red sanders smuggling, and the movie is also from the Chittoor district itself. So typically, what happens is this tree that you're seeing right now, it has to be dressed, as in they cut these logs and then they remove the outer layer, the bark and completely. So they take this off.
Okay.
And then they make it into a nice smaller logs. I'll just show you how it looks like. So how did it all start? The entire smuggling of red sand is because after Veerappan was killed in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Sheshamangalam forest, there used to be a lot of labor who were employed by him for cutting off sandalwood trees. So majority of them, they've migrated to this area because they found this is a new prized possession which could be used in international market.
Okay.
So then the Tamil coolies, whom we call, they used to come here, and they were local, crimes gangs who started seeing that this is a product which can earn them good money.
Okay.
So the regulation was very weak initially in 2000s, and then China also started expanding aggressively economically.
From here?
Economy-wise, when China was booming, so there was a lot of demand from China and Japan and some of the East Asian economies for red sandalwood tree. So red sandals, actually it will be used for furniture and making musical instruments, and more importantly it's an aphrodisiac also. That's what they think. So the demand went up significantly, and with weak regulation and enforcement, so the local crime lords plus this labor from Tamil Nadu, so they started cutting off these red sand trees aggressively and started selling in the international market. So from here, so they used to take it to Chennai, and from there on they used to export it to the East Asian countries. And the finances would be settled in Dubai. So Dubai had become a hub for red sand transactions. So a lot of money laundering used to take place in the entire crime. So as you've seen in the movie also. So Chennai port is where they export this, but the money would be settled from Dubai, and then cash would be handed over in the district.
It's still happening, or now?
Now it has come down significantly. So what has happened was, after the government saw that the demand for, let us say, a kilo of red sander log, let's say A grade red sanders would be around 6,000 to 8,000 at one point of time. So which means 1 ton would easily bring you around 80 lakh rupees. So in the international market. So that gives you a lot of margin for the middlemen who operate, for the gangs who operate. So there used to be a lot of gang wars also. I was mentioning in the morning about narcos and how criminal gangs proliferate. Right. So this is one such example where you have a prized possession and you want to control this, and government was initially not paying much attention to this part. And then there were criminal gangs trying to catch hold of the possession, sell it in the international market and make big buck. So what happened after 2010? So when government saw that this is actually becoming a very big problem, because what happens with crime money is that what happens with crime money is that
with the crime.
So what happens with the money that you generate out of crime is that it will be used to for further proliferation of the criminal activities. So government saw this as a serious problem, and then we started something called Red Sand Task Force. Okay. So a special organization created only to deal with the red sander.
It's come under the forest department or police?
So it was kept in the police department, but supported by forest department as well. So it is headquartered in Tirupati, the organization. So once they started, so what we've done was we started, arming our men and giving them weapons, because so the problem has become so acute that 2 forest officials were shot by the gangs.
Around which year?
2014, 2015.
Oh,
fairly recently.
Recently, okay.
So 2 of the forest officials were shot by the gangs who were felling the trees, and then government had come up with this policy that now there is no way we are going to tolerate this, and then they've started something called Red Sanders Task Force. It's headquartered in Tirupati. So we started arming our fellows, and we started combing the entire forest area. So we have special parties which will specifically go into the forest area, camp there for 3 to 4 days, and then check the entire forest area if there is any felling happening anywhere.
Okay.
And then pick up gangs, and then that will be the front end. In the back end, what we used to do, we have a separate cell in all these districts which surround Seshachalam forest. So we maintain gang files.
Okay.
So we started identifying who are the main important gangs involved in this entire trade. So and then we used to go behind those fellows, pick them up, put cases, PD acts. So there used to be famous gang. If you remember, there was a case probably I think 2017, if I'm not wrong. So there was this person called Sahul Bhai, who is from Dubai, and then there was some I think Chatterjee. She is from Kolkata. She was picked up. She was also a lady gangster actually, incidentally. So a lot of gangs were picked up, neutralized, and then the problem started coming down significantly. So the entire period from 16 to 18, those 2-3 years, the war was completely all out against Red Sanders and the gangs involved in Red Sanders, and then the problem started coming under control. So now it's pretty much under control, and the felling has also come down because the areas which were earlier open, they are no more have Red Sanders, and the areas where it is now available, it's limited. So that we are now able to secure it properly.
Like, I think beside your normal policing, like riots, murders and whatever, this is one more thing that in Andhra you need to take care of.
Correct. So this is a specific problem to this particular state and to particular district also. So because this smuggling also involves a lot of money, it corrupts police, it corrupts politicians, so it's very difficult because the money is really big money is involved in this. So even you have to at times put surveillance on our own fellows so that they are not double timing it, because usually what happens is you create a team to go. So basically when we do Naka Bandi or vehicle checking that we do in the nights, as I've shown you. So what happens is we specifically check for these Red Sander smuggling and other sort of things, but specifically for this district our focus is on Red Sander smuggling actually.
Okay.
And in the process what happens is if your fellows are cooperating with the other side as well, they are colluded, so they'll clearly give information that there is checking on this route, so please take the other route. So they give a route clearance also, so they take money for that. So in fact a lot of police officers were arrested and remanded in the entire process. We've in our district I think we have close to 6 to 7 constables and officers who have been arrested and sent to jail also because they were cooperating with them, handing glove with the gangs and giving out information about our operations. So
I think this is a very good thing you have mentioned, because sometimes people think that if somebody from the government sector does anything, they are not being punished. But this is not the reality.
No, yeah, of course. At least AP Police, I can tell you very confidently that it's a very professional organization, and we wouldn't spare anybody who is trying to do a double game with compromising standards of the department and try to be hand in glove with the criminals and help them in doing whatever they're doing. Red Sander log looks like, so this is so that's your A grade Red Sanders.
How you define that? Like
so again same, the color that you see and then the scale that you see here. So you see it's pale red and this is crimson red, right? And that's dark red. So this is category wise we do it, A, B, C. So that's the most expensivest of all. So a kg costs you around 6 to 8,000.
And the rates are officially maintained?
No. So in the market, that's what. Okay. So there will be auction, correct. So in the auction, the rate. In the official auction, yes, you will get a different price, but in the black market, it will be a different price. So, yeah.
But the use has been stopped?
No, the use is still there, so but the craze has come down significantly because somehow I think, so what happened was once this demand started going up, what government started doing was, we have a lot of official Red Sanders, reserve. So we started releasing it in the market to get the prices down, because as long as the demand is high and the price is high, the lucrativeness of business goes up. So the incentive for crime also goes up, and people will, how many ever people you might neutralize, they'll still be coming in because the gap is too much for them to make money. So on the demand side, we try to get it down by flooding the market with the supplies. Same time, from police side, we've started chasing those gangs and stuff. So a lot of times you'll be finding only these logs, not the real ones, barks and all. So even when I was here, the previous stint, so we caught a lot of Red Sander smuggling vehicles, so where they make compartments within the vehicle. So they'll try also innovative ways of hiding it and then taking them out. So you'll find them, making a container and then having a separate box and then hiding it there, and a lot of different ways. So a lot of times you'll have to, these guys are very ferocious. That's one problem. They chase. Sometimes they wouldn't mind killing. So as I've told you, they killed 2 forest officials also. So gang wars, and literally it used to look like gang wars, and chasing those gangs and all that adventure that you show in the movies. Yes, this is the one.
That's the real.
Yeah, this is where it used to happen. So.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
As you can see, all the police stations in the district are covered by these two-way communication cameras, so where they can listen to my audio and I can listen to what's happening in the station. So if I see that a petitioner is kept waiting for a little longer, so then I can directly, as you've just seen, I can connect to the police station. I can understand why the particular petitioner is sitting there for too long, or if there is some nuisance happening somewhere. So I can directly speak to them. So similarly, if any petitioner feels that they have not been treated properly in the police station, they can call me on my phone or my control room, and then I'll check it from here as in what exactly is happening, and I can speak to them live. So this is a live stream that's happening right now. So I've connected to one of the police stations, and I was trying to see what was happening to the lady who was in the police station. So this way, our men will be very responsive, and they'll behave very responsibly also, because the boss is watching them. So automatically, they will also behave well and try to dispose the complainant in a proper manner. So this is one of the initiatives where we want to make ourselves more responsive and more citizen-centric than trying to be the old school where we see that ourselves as at the height of everything, and then people are coming here and then we are doing a great favor by helping them. But that we want to change. We want to change it into a phenomena where we are here to serve them. So if you can see all the police stations, what's happening 24/7 will be monitored by me, and there is a control room which will keep checking this as well. So they will also see if there is something fishy happening somewhere, they will directly speak to them and then alert me as well. So that's a system that we have started in the district. This is one of the first of its kind of systems in the district and in the state.
also arrange some cameras in entire district, which will also, those cameras also will be operated by us. Here is the monitoring system, entire monitoring district monitoring system. Any person who lost their bags, any missing cases, missing persons, any theft cases of vehicles, all people, victims will come to here. They will also what and
So are they allowed to see this? Are there civilians allowed to see this?
yeah, civilians. It is exclusively for civilians.
Oh.
That's all.
In some places, CC unit is not allowed.
Facilitate. For example, if any vehicle may be in theft, automatically they will come here immediately. They will report to the concerned police station. SHO will direct along with their police staff to here. But that person who gave a complaint and along with our people comes to here, they will watch which way, who has stolen and who made the like. For example, you are the one among the residents in Nagasa. If you are going to somewhere else along with your family, if you come to police station and tell information with regard to your movement for outside, automatically they will fix some. They will fix LHMS cameras to your house. If any robbers or thieves may comes to stolen property, automatically the camera will ring and the message comes to this office. Immediately we will alert the people, those who are on the job in beat constables or Rachak mobiles and blue coals. Immediately we will alert them and they will rush to the spot. They will catch the persons immediately. That type of instances are also there, and that technology is there.
It's a very good initiative. I saw it the first time. Like we've been to so many states. I think it is the first time.
Live, sir.
Live, no?
Live, sir.
Okay.
Live. This is live. Durganagar colony. Our people will watch.
That's a best initiative.
Immediately.
But what just need to do? You need to report in the local police station or local police
No.
station?
For example, jurisdictional police station, you have to report.
Just to report.
Just we are going outside by giving some requisition to them. Immediately. Immediately. App is there.
LHMS apps.
LHMS app. Body own cameras, which will be fixed. Which will be very useful.